What up? What up? Top of the top. Thanks for pulling up Monday morning. We back. What's up? What's up, family? What's up? Good morning. Good morning, everybody that's here. Y'all know how we do around this time. It's Monday. I was prepping. I was trying to get it right by 7, but we got a lot to talk about today. That's why I ain't come on the weekend, because it wasn't really too much. So I had to take it. I just took everything. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. So we here. Money Day. What up, Nate the Great? Good morning, Rondell. Good morning, Latasha Jordan. What's up, Jay Woo? What's up, family? We here. You already know G-Rock. What's up? Shout out to Cali. What's up? Good morning, everybody. Todd Brown, home of the Knicks. What up, Todd Brown? Good morning, Colleen. Good morning. Good morning, everybody that's here. Everybody that's catching this live. We made it. We made it. We here. So like I said, I'm a cruise today. I'm a cruise. We gonna cruise. J.E., what up? J.E. Flatbush, Black Barbie. What up, Chi-Town? Y'all already know. It's a lot of y'all in here this morning. Good morning, Sharon. Everybody's here. The rest will pull up later. Good morning, Jay Vlogs. What's up? L Blizz. What up? What up, Jay Goodbar? What's up? Good morning, Danielle. What's up? Good morning, everybody. We here. Y'all know me get back to y'all. Y'all know how I do. What's up, Rena? What's up? Check it out. We're going to talk about some things today, as we always do. Like I said, hopefully everybody's feeling good today. Everybody's in a good place. You know, we're going to bring the vibes today. And we just gonna go with the flow. We're gonna get through all of this. But you see it, you see things is getting dry. You see that it's nothing really going on in the world of entertainment, but it's a lot of real stuff going on. We're gonna talk about some of that, but we just gonna take a look at some things. That's it. And one of the first things I'm gonna talk about is Nia Long bouncing back. And it was something that I saw that made me want to touch on this topic, because it applies. Everything I'm about to say applies to one thing. The new black man. We're going to talk about it today. I'm going to talk about it. And I know a lot of people probably ain't going to want to hear it. So what? We'll talk about the new black man, a.k.a. Black Man Lost. See, before they said the black woman was lost. Nas made a song called Black Girl Lost. Before, allegedly, the black woman was lost. But now it's the tables have turned, allegedly, and now the black man is lost. Anyway, we're going to talk about that. And what I mean by that is a man being a man of structure, strength, leading by example, standing firm, speaking his mind, ready for war. All those things out the window. We're going to talk about that. And it's my opinion. And we also going to talk about some of the devastation that went through. Because remember, I'm doing a follow-up on the storm as well. I told you certain things going to take place. They're going to brush it under the rug. But what's going on right now is this thing called what? Search and rescue. Which means people are down there still without no power. People still down there still messed up, missing, dead. And they're not talking about it like that. So I'm going to talk about that. And a few other things. We're going to talk about some of the things going on for the future. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. I'm happy to see all of y'all. We back again. You know what I'm saying? I missed y'all over the weekend. And we here again. You know what I'm saying? We got way more stuff to do. So other than that, like I said, thank you everybody for pulling up. Shout out to the replay gang. Fun No Fame Live episode 278 on a Monday morning, a.k.a. Money Day. Let's get it. All right, so we're just going to relax. We're going to get through this. Like I said, fall back, do what you got to do. We're going to vibe. You know what I'm saying? We're going to vibe. So check it out, y'all. Nia Long bounces back. And it's being said that she is fuck nigga free. Because the new black man is really the fuck nigga. For those who don't know what a fuck nigga is, that's a man who's always on some bitch ass shit. He's not solid. Not only sexually, he'll have sex with anything or anybody. It ain't just that. He's not loyal. A lot of things go with that title, fuck nigga. You feel me? So imeudoka is labeled now as a fuck nigga because he destroyed his own household, for one. That's the number one thing. When you throw your family down the drain for some sex, you are a fuck nigga. It's just what it is. So check it out. According to the report, MTO News, Nia Long dumps her spiritual husband, imeudoka. Friend says Nia Long is fuck nigga free. And as you see, Nia Long has bounced back. He probably hurt this woman's pride, ego, probably made her feel like she's not pretty no more, like she wasn't good enough. You dig? Because allegedly he was messing with a staff member, a so-called staff member, a high up, supposed to have been an executive's woman or something like that. The woman he was dealing with was married. We know about the Celtic organization. I spoke about that. In my opinion, a lot of stuff going out there is racist, period. But this woman moved from California to be in Boston and support her man. With the child they have together, she has her own career, own life, but she put a lot of her life on hold for this man and his love for basketball. And he was bringing in a check, but that's not my point. We're going to get into something in a minute, but first, let's check this out. Nia's friend told media to take out exclusively, Nia is not trying to get tangled up into his mess. She left him alone. She is fuck nigga free. The friend also told us that right now Nia has pulled her son out of school in Boston and moved back to Los Angeles. She is moving on with her life, as she should do. But like I said, that dude was messy. He was real messy. He embarrassed her, you know, and I'm not playing a race game, but allegedly was with a white woman. So, I mean, if that's his preference, that's cool. But in his pursuit of the white woman, he made the black woman look bad. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's a lot of issues anyway, but I ain't trying to get in there. I'm just going, this is what made me speak on it right here. When I saw this woman walking with her son, and you know, you could tell her son looks like both of them. You see how tall he is? He taller than his mom already because his daddy tall. But when they was in public, you know, they got pressed by the paparazzi, and you know, she's dealing with a lot of flack right now, a lot of ridicule with her son. So as you see, the son now has to protect his mother, and you can see he ready to protect his mom too. But my point is, this is what he gave up for some ass. He sacrificed his family. See what I'm trying to tell y'all? All he had to do was just do his job, do what he had to do, go home to his family. That's it. If he had anything else he had going on, he was supposed to keep that far, 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 far away. But it just shows you of a man that thinks with his little head is really a little nigga. And he's a fuck nigga. Because a nigga's an ignorant person. So when you put your whole life in jeopardy, your whole family on the line for some ass, that just shows what type of man you are. But we know imeudoka ain't the only person that do it. It's dudes that still do that. And I'm trying to tell you, this is not about brown nosing. This is not about kissing ass a woman. This is just, these are things showing you why we at where we at. Why? Because these are some of the reasons why families have collapsed. Families, a lot of y'all grew up without parents. A lot of us went through things in life without parents. Most of the families got broken up because somebody in the household was cheating. A lot of times that's what it was. And it was beef in the family. So by the time you realize what's going on, daddy gone already. Or mama gone. That's why I'm speaking on this. A man going to do what he's going to do. But we got to speak on some of the psychiatric evaluation in some of the men today. Because remember, men always cheated. That ain't nothing new. But what did a lot of men do? They sustained their household. For two, they kept it real, real secret and private. And they did not embarrass their wife. And even if the wife knew, even if the girlfriend knew, they knew sometime when that man had another household, had other things going on. But it was a certain order and a certain respect. Women didn't call each other home, disrespecting. You see, it was different positions played, but my point is, men sustained what they created. So if a man did step out, he was prepared to take care of the other household as well as his. That's why some of y'all got older and realized you had other brothers and sisters around. Because that's something that was done. A lot of that went on behind the scenes, but my whole point is they knew they had to keep that family in order. I broke it down to you about the so-called white man. They do the same thing. They do a lot of foul stuff. They have a devious sexual appetite. White men, yes, they do. They do a lot of cheating. They do the same thing. It's not about race, but I want to show you the difference. See, white men, they're not going to make their family look messy. They're not going to embarrass their wife and their kids. It happens sometime, but for the most part, they will be with each other, hate each other guts. But they're going to keep that family structure solid so that kid grow up in the right environment. That's my whole point. Now, this boy is without his father. You see that? That's my point. That is my point. He does not have a father because his father was real messy and made his mom look bad and him, disrespected him. Basically saying he chose something else over his goddamn family. That's my point. Do you get it? That's what I'm talking about. This is not just about Nia Long. This is about a pattern that's still going on. Now, come on, fellas. Y'all know Nia Long still straight. She's actually a full-grown woman now. You understand? So my point is this. I don't care how many white women he go cheat. It don't matter. It still ain't Nia Long. And my point is this. She has built her career to a certain level and then fell back to support her man. That's what she get. So that's all I'm saying. So when I was talking about the disloyalty and thing, that's what I'm talking about. Disloyal to who? He really was disloyal to his son. See, this is not about what's between a woman's legs. This is about a man keeping his thing in order, his family. So when I seen Nia Long and their son, she looked vulnerable because now you got paparazzis and unknown people running up on your family trying to take pictures and trying to get information. You see what I'm trying to, this is my point of what I'm showing you. And he ain't nowhere in the picture. Over what? What was it all over? That man just went to the finals, had his job set up, perfect. Had his family with him, and threw it all away for what? That's the mentality of a fuck nigga. You know why? Because a fuck nigga, he just date with his dick, and that's all he know. He'll deal with everything else later. He don't see the big picture. All he know is he horny, he want to hump on something. That's a fuck nigga. You feel me? And pardon my words, but I gotta be very graphic this morning because I don't gotta play with this topic. You dig? So is a nut worth it? Is a nut worth your family going down the drain? What up, Wax Dog? What's popping? So I know Wax got a family. Is your family worth going down the drain for a nut? But that's how some dudes think. That's what some dudes be doing. It's a fact. Because when you having your satisfaction, you being selfish. Why? You're not thinking about that little boy right there. You ain't thinking about how he got to be embarrassed when he go to school and his friends. And now he got to be the man of the household. And you can see he ready to protect his mother already. That boy, I think that boy 9 or 10 years old or something like that. Something like that. But you see he ready to protect his mom, right? Because he already know what he got to do. His mom been embarrassed, and I'm pretty sure he feel a certain way about that. So he might grow up hating his dad. But see, it's petty, but it's petty right now. But in the long run, it ain't going to be petty. Because now this man has disrespected his own family for nothing. So that's part of what I wanted to talk on this morning with this situation with Nia Long. And she still got her head up. But as you see, he was a fuck nigga. You feel me? Playing a role. See, when she was clouded up, he wanted that clout. She gave him clout. But now she put her career on hold and he getting the clout in basketball. He started feeling himself. You feel me? As soon as he got the head coach role, he in a scandal. Way before that, no scandal. See that? No scandal. Everything straight. As soon as he get a little bit of clout, what niggas do? You know what niggas do. Some niggas, they get a little bit of clout, a little bit of money. What they do? Boom. Now they want to try to smash everything. But the point is, he was reckless and messy. That's my point. Like I said, I'm not capable for this, man. This stuff goes on every day, but we got to look at this particular man because he's messy and he destroyed his family over what? A married woman? That's gonna go back to her husband. See, that's the difference. You see, like I just told you, within other families, let's say the white woman he cheated with, right? She was married to her husband. Let's say her husband gonna forgive her and they're gonna continue to raise their family. Meanwhile, this dude, his family is separated. And he also fell into the stereotype of all black men want to do is have sex. And all black men think with their little head. He created that stereotype for the world to see, because everything in the media is a world stage, whether you like it or not. That's what he did. He promoted the stereotype of black men. All they want to do is have sex. When they get a job or power, they want to use that to smash chicks. That's all black men want to do is have sex. And that's what he did. That's the image he created. And we know that is not true. But on the world, that is the truth in public opinion. So my point is this. See, this before he got the position. Everything was cool. We know our relationships ain't perfect. We know that. But my point is, why did you wait to get the job to play yourself, bro? And guess who got something to say? All of them white people in Boston and all around the world that believe these stereotypes. He just stamped the stereotypes that what all black men good for is some sex. That's it. It's all they ever gonna be, because that's that. They ain't nothing but bucks. They ain't nothing but sexual deviant individuals. They're not to be trusted. They always doing something sexual. He helped push the narrative, whether he know it or not. That's just what it is. Good morning, everybody here. We here this morning. We up. That's what he did. So just let this be a lesson for a lot of my brothers that's coming up in the game. Just starting out, trying to have your family and trying to do things right. Just understand, man. Yes, we understand men gonna be men, but don't throw your life away for a nut. Don't throw your family in the gutter for a nut. Something that's gonna last 15 seconds. It's not worth throwing your family away. And this is what happens. This is also why we have a lot of single black women raising kids. It's a major reason in it, major part. Because dudes play roles. They get with a chick that's lit. At first, they be playing their position. Then they start feeling themselves. Now they want to start smashing more than one chick, being a fake player. Because you know why I call them a fake player? If your chick don't know you got more than one chick, you's a fake player. You feel me? If she don't know you got a side piece, if your chick don't know you got enough, you's a fake player. Because real chicks, some chicks know what time it is. They know they man step out. And they know he gonna do what he do respectfully. But that ain't the point. My point is, a lot of dudes will get a chick they could never get. Then when they get that one chick, they start thinking they want to have all the chicks. And that's how it happened. You got dudes whose confidence and self-esteem go up. And some of y'all females be boosting up some of these niggas' self-esteem. And even you know they ain't shit. You know the niggas are lame. He ain't shit. You know you got to get him dressed fresh. You got to make him look decent. You got to help him be a man. Then you help him get in a position. What do he do? Then he turn his back on you and try to get another chick. Why? Because you boosted up a bum nigga self-esteem up. So now you ain't good for him no more. But this been going on for a long time. But the key things, like I said, it messes up households. That's why you got a lot of children growing up with no father. And we know what? At this time, this is the most time needed for the father to protect his household. If it wasn't never needed before, it's definitely needed now. Let me also be clear, because I know a lot of people always got something to say. I understand that relationships are not perfect. Of course they're not. But that's why it's either two things you do. When you thorough, either you're going to work it out or you're going to leave. That's it. One of the two. Meaning, that's like for my brothers. If you're dealing with this chick and you're trying to be the father to your child, but y'all always in some smoke, some beef, and you doing everything right, but it's always some drama, and you ain't with her, then you got to just step away, because if you could do more for your child outside the household, sometimes that's what you got to do. Because if you just there and your child just getting images of you fighting, beefing, and acting a savage, that's not good images for your child. So some men, they understand the relationship is on the rocks, it's already over, and they're not good at being fake and playing father or daddy. So some men go about their business and still make sure they kids straight. Check on them, send them money, pick them up, bring them around the family, do a lot of things, even though you're not with that woman no more. But you don't let the woman, you feel me, make you turn your back 100% on your child. Because we do know some women do push men. They do. But my point is this. This domestic stuff, we was able to function through it before, but now it's no more hope for the future. And I'm going to talk about some of that because it applies to the new black man and how I don't think, in my opinion, it's going to be too many men in the future. And when I say by men, y'all know what type, I'm talking about a real man. That's out the window right now. We in the last days of real men. Let's make that clear. And it's my opinion. So this is about sacrificing your family for your own personal feelings. That's what this whole Nia Long situation is about. And it's more or less about his son that has to deal with all the backlash. Daddy ain't around no more. See? Daddy in Boston somewhere. Daddy ain't around now. Why? Now his son gonna have the anger and bitterness because he know my dad cheated on my mom with another chick and embarrassed all of us and broke up my household. You see, kids, he gonna grow up with that grudge. Good morning, Miss Jackie. So that's all I'm saying, right? We're gonna get back to that. But like I said, it just shows you a clown because he did something very reckless and very, very messy. Now let's talk about another black man loss, a.k.a. the new black man. This clown right here. Going around having babies. This man said out his mouth, he strategically planned to have 4 babies in 1 year. Do you see him pushing the stereotype that all black men want to do is stick their penis in something and have kids or don't want to be there? Do you see the stereotype he's promoting? Millionaire. This is what he's doing. 4 children in 1 year, and strategically having his baby with single women that are not on his caliber at all. You see, I said it before. He ain't want Mariah because Mariah she don't play them games. She's a real woman. He ain't want that. He wanted a whole bunch of lesser women. He wanted 10 women that still don't add up to one Mariah. Do you get the game? You see that? Because he's been trying to boost his confidence up. So he want to go around smashing a lot of chicks having babies after he been having all of these gay allegations on him of sucking penis and all type of fruity behavior. Going around acting like he was conscious for a minute until they sat his ass down when he said something slick about the Jewish community and they threatened to take all his goddamn platforms from him. Then that nigga got in place. And you see him trying to redeem himself, having sex with all these women, knowing he ain't going to be in one of them households. So what is he doing? Is he breeding more men like him? Because he think it's cool to just keep planting his seed everywhere. He think it's cool. He could. Do y'all see what's going on? That's what I'm trying to tell people, man. Well, let's look at this nigga. Nick Cannon has been getting cooked on Black Twitter because they like, what's that on the side of your face? Look like he got herpes bumps on the side of his face. What is those bumps? Nick Cannon is a nasty dude. We see him dressing up in drag. We heard about the stories of him giving head. Not only through Orlando Brown, but we also heard it through Kill. The other individual, Cal, whatever his name is, his wife told on him. Nick been in 2 different allegations of giving head, and we know that type of stuff get in your mouth from sucking dirty stuff. He's a nasty dude. But he represents the black man on a national scale. They try to make him a new Steve Harvey. They try to make him the generational black man of our time, wilding out. But do you see what he represents? Does he represent a black man? No, he don't. Why? Because he's a tap dancer and he's a coon. These are coons. So this is why I be trying to tell people that all of these dudes ain't my brother. You know why? Because they all about they self. They just use the convenience of the skin. Like I told you, when they want to get that money, when they want you to be their friend, that's when they come crying to you or even trying to make you laugh. But when it comes to something real, they got to do with you, they don't got nothing to say. And them days are over with. The days of the Uncle Tom is over with. The days of the sellout is over with. And the days of the official strong black men is over with. Strong men, period. What's up, Alpha Familiar? What's up? That's what all this is about. All you got to do is just look around you. Look at what's going on. Just look at things for what they are. Where did you see strength? I'm speaking for my own self. Like, if I needed guidance or wisdom from an older black man, somebody older than me, I don't got nobody to go to. There's nobody I can look at for inspiration. There's nobody I can talk to get jewels that'll prepare me for a future date. Because most of the black men I see are broken. It's just a fact. They're broken. They're broken. It is what it is. I'm talking about 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, broken. You got half that's broken. The other half is lost. Then you got a percentage of men that are just suckers. They weak. They don't want to man up. They don't know how to function on their own. Do you see the pattern of men that can't even be men by themselves? You see, when I was a child, I rolled deep with a lot of dudes. Why are grown men still running with a lot of dudes and happy with it? Because it just shows something that they can't really hold it down by themselves. And some men are scared to be themselves. Most men are scared to take leadership. But let's continue on. Like I said, I ain't here to brown nose. I'm talking facts. Nick Cannon welcomes baby number 10. It's another blessing. See? Just because I go skeeting in a bunch of women, how is that a blessing? If I say next month, I'm about to start having a whole bunch of kids, how the hell is that a blessing? When each household, it's impossible for me to be in 10 households. So that means some of them children are going to be missing a father. And then they're going to realize one day I got 8 and 9 different brothers and sisters, and we don't even know each other like that. Which means all of them are going to have kids one day, and their kids might bump into it. Do you see what he's doing? Confusion. He's dealing with Babylon behavior. You see that? And pushing the stereotype that all black men want to do is have kids and bust nuts and everything. It also proves to us Nick Cannon is still going around having a lot of raw sex with Instagram models and other chicks that people don't want. Once again, what's that on his face? What is that, Nick? You're a nasty boy. You're a nasty dude. It's a lot of nasty dudes out here. I'm telling you, women, beware of these nasty niggas. That's just what it is. I'm talking about very, very nasty. These niggas will hump anything. These niggas, I told you before, everything I told y'all came to pass. I told you most of these dudes on the internet are weird. They don't do nothing but jack off for it. Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell you half of these dudes are suspect? I told y'all that. They are not men. I told y'all. I'm not tooting my horn. I'm telling you facts of what I see, what I know. These men are not the same no more. All you got to do is just watch and listen. Here goes some more of them. The new man, the new black man. These are the new niggas of the future. This is how they want every man to be. Comedy Central unable to air full Charlamagne interview with Ray J. They're scared of the Kardashians. Now, Ray J the clown, him and Charlamagne the clown, the lesser charged man. You know Charlamagne got that new show. You see ain't nothing still ain't happened to him. Because I told you, for everybody that spoke on this man, my point is this. The acts he allegedly did with Jessica Reed and putting something in her drink, by many, that is praised behavior. See? To the world of chesters and pedophiles, Charlamagne is a hero. Why? Because he was able to admit he did some foul behavior and got away with it. That's the dream of every Chester, to be able to do some sexual deviant and get away. He is a kingpin. He an OG in the pedophile world. You got to know the game they playing. He got praised for that. He got humiliated, but it gave him more clout. That's why his show's still running. And it's going to keep running. Then we see how Ray J admitted to put out a fake-ass sex tape. These niggas are coons and sellouts, but they represent a particular people. And then they try to come on the stage and talk, and then the network got scared to air the episode because they scared of backlash because they on here pillow talking about Kim Kardashian. The Kardashians like sissy boys. See how Charlamagne sitting there like a sissy boy? Ain't Charlamagne sitting there like a female, like Oprah sitting there when she interviewed her guests, and ain't Ray J sitting there looking like a battered chick? Let's stop playing. We're going to talk about images. Does this not look like Oprah Winfrey when she interviews a female? Y'all got to know the game. Black man gone, finished, over with. No more kahunas. This is the new image. This is the new world. And if you represent something different, they want you gone, out of here. That's why they got the jails ready. That's why all these slanderous attacks. But you tell me if Charlamagne ain't sitting there like he's a feminine, look, he got his like a female, like he got his legs crossed. And that's why every time you've been watching The Breakfast Club a couple years ago, they been showed you the subliminal message when they made sure they put that rainbow flag right behind Charlamagne's head. So strategically be on that camera, and whoever sit there and sit behind him, next to him, they always gonna have that flag behind their head, whether you like it or not, because they was pushing the agenda the whole time. See that? And it also, what Charlamagne did also represent that what? It's no strength for the black woman. Nobody gonna take up for her. Because out of as many times you heard about the story with Charlamagne and Jessica Reed, how many men in the industry came out against Charlamagne? Only one. That's Funkmaster Flex. And part of that is because they already had beef. But my point is, you did not see no man in the industry go against Charlamagne not once. We don't see him make Lil Mama cry. We don't see him do so much stuff to women. No man ever checked him. Thanks for the donation, family. Thank you. You notice that no man never checked him, right? So that shows you there's no protection for the black woman, for the woman, period. I gotta say black because black women are considered like trash. I'm gonna be real. So I don't gotta bite my tongue. So when people want to say why you, because I gotta do my work. Because I know the world look at them like trash, like nothing. You feel me? Look, black woman is considered like this. See that? Trash. You just throw it on the floor and you finish with it. That's how they look at black women. That's how they deal with them. You feel me? I'm gonna be real. And I know it ain't my job to save them, but I'm gonna expose what's really going on. Because I understand that a people ain't gonna grow without no woman. Where you going? You're gonna die out. And that's what's happening, dying out. But see, I just wanted to show y'all the new black man. This is the new man, period. So this is how I can talk about certain topics. I can talk about topics with female content and still be a man about it. You know why? Because I know a lot of real women. That's why. And I got a lot of game for real women. You'll see women, they've been trying to write women out of history. Like even with all this criminal talk, all this gang banging talk, all this gangster talk, they just leave a woman out. Do you know how many women was involved with so many different things that occurred? Do you know for every big kingpin, it was a woman that was counting his money, keeping his drugs and guns in the house safe? Do you know when a lot of dudes doing drive-bys and gangbang activity, a lot of women was driving cars and helping niggas get away safe? My point is women play a part in everything. These are facts. But you'll see that women always get written out of everything because that's the new world. We're in a Roman Greek world now, and to each his own. But I want to show my people and the people that know what time it is how a particular energy has been reduced. And that's why at the end of this episode, I'm going to show y'all history of some of y'all ancestors known as the Seminole Indians. And we're going to get into some of the Seminole Wars. And I'm going to show you how your people were solid. Then I'm going to show you how this hurricane, this tornado that passed, I told you that was the same element that went into the same location where your ancestors was. Because everywhere where your ancestors was, Now, some reason, their same areas are getting destroyed through different means of warfare. And for those that know, I'm going to get into that. I'm going to show you how men used to be warriors. All right? And the whole thing of being a warrior is simple. You know, being a warrior, all that is fighting for what's right. And fighting for what's rightfully yours. And fighting on what you stand on. Fighting for what you stand on. That's a warrior. That's the energy that's going now, y'all. Don't nobody want no smoke. And these niggas scared, they scared to die. And they scared to live. They just want to ball up in the corner in the fetal position. That's all they want to do. Don't take my word for it. All you got to do is just pay attention. All you got to do is pay attention. All right? So these two dudes on TV spilling tea about the Kardashians. Then they got scared and they got to cancel the show and they ain't going to show the whole show because Ray J was talking about the Kardashians too much and they don't want to put the show in jeopardy. Just showing you where niggas is at. Just showing you. Let's continue on, family. Good morning. It's Money Day. Yes, I'm lit this morning because that's how I'm supposed to be. What's up, Sassy? What's up, Lil Mario? What's up, y'all? We here. Let's go. Now we got to talk about this clown. And I said it before. I want to fight Dwayne Wade. Now, that's a dude I want to fight. I don't like him. I don't like Dwayne Wade. Now, I don't want nothing bad to happen to him, but I would have no problem trying to punch that man in his face. I don't like him. You know why? Because he know what he's doing. And he has signed up to be the #1 coon nigga in America, to pimp out his child to the world, exploit his child, and push the agenda of pedophilia. Dwayne Wade's son represents pedophilia. Wow, that's not a regular teen that just transitioned over. He's being promoted as something else, and his father's behind it. And this is another thing to show you of niggas selling out their family. Niggas selling out their family. Niggas selling out their family. You get it? Do you get it? You get it? You hear me clearly? Niggas selling out their family. For what? That's little Dwayne Wade, because Dwayne Wade probably was a fruit bucket when he was little, and he just want to live through his son. You see that little boy, whatever you want to call him, that's a child. That child don't know nothing. We talking about the real world now. We talking about the real world. That child don't know nothing about the real world. Let's stop playing. Everything that child was taught in a household of social media and weird ass Hollywood basketball playing coons. That's what raised this child. You see that child as a spitting image of him. But we know about the what happened. We know about when you get to an upper echelon of money, what happens. We know what they got to do. But some of them choose the other route. Some of them ain't with the only begotten son getting dealt with. So they sacrifice their only son a different way. Even though we know this is not his only child, I'm showing y'all behavior. Like I said, if this child was growing and wanted to be whatever it wanted to be, power to this child. But this child is being exploited. And we're going to talk about it. Then I'm going to show you why nobody cares about women and children. Nobody cares. Let's look at the exploitation. Look at this. The thing is, why is this teenager always being grown? Nails, hair, lipstick, all this nonsense. Child. Keep in mind, child. You know why? Because Chesters love it. Pedophiles love it. He knows that. Dwayne Wade knows this. He knows. But he don't care. Exploitation. Exploitation. I'm going to show y'all the darkness, meaning the things you cannot believe, you will never fathom, you think don't happen. It happens all the time. It's a bunch of Dwayne Wades out here that sacrifice their own kids. Huh? Stop playing. Nobody care. I told what the black woman is like trash, and I guess they kid the black boy. He's like doodle under the shoe. He's nothing. Black boy, nothing. According to how this narrative being pushed, according to how time is going. Then I'm gonna show y'all some more facts on how what they trying to replace kids too. Man, y'all have no clue what's going on. A lot of y'all do though. But I want y'all to see a so-called black man. You see, is this a black man? This ain't about no sex. Man, like I say, man, I ain't got no smoke with the rainbow community. That's the choice you make when you grown. But a child don't have a choice of nothing because they being influenced. Now look at this. Recently, Dwayne Wade had to put his child's Instagram on block comments because he was getting too many comments on his child posted. I've been told you before, his child been had an Instagram page. What does a teenager do on an Instagram page? My point is, you know for a fact it's a lot of grown people on his fucking page. And Dwayne Wade know that. And he promotes the behavior, didn't want to turn the comments off when people got something to say. Just wanted to show y'all that. And I'm going to get into this right here. Or the metaverse of children to replace real kids. But back to this dude. As you see, he got this teenager looking grown. Not only, we already know about the female part, that's supposed to be his daughter, but I want you to see the cooning ass nigga always smiling and selling out his own son. Prepping his son, grooming him to be used as a sex object amongst men, grown men. Because I told you, he's not protecting his child. He's doing the same exact thing Magic Johnson did. But the only difference with Magic Johnson did protect his son until his son came of age. When his son became of age, EJ, that's his son do what he want to do. But he ain't go this low. Dwayne Wade pimps his own son. Exploited. And they know it's pedophiles and Chester's watching. They know this. But that's why they're doing it. Because that's the people Dwayne Wade want to make happy. That's all I wanted to show y'all. The new black man. Take a look. What do all these men got in common? All of them got something to do with some type of sexual deviancy behaviors. Sexual deviancy. He's teaching his son sexual deviancy. He's teaching his son that already. Already prepping his son for the wrong things. He's not prepping him, man. Like I said, I ain't got time for all of that. Let's get into this real quick. The metaverse. Told y'all about the metaverse. We've been talking about it. Let me clarify it again. The metaverse is the fake world. The fake world that exists, that we all exist in. Every time we online, we in a metaverse. A fake reality. Even though many of us know how to function in the metaverse. See, this is how we can come into this fake world of the internet, and a lot of us can make it real. Meaning, we know who's real, and then we pull each other out of the metaverse. Meaning, some of us kick it behind the scenes. We don't just kick it online. You feel me? We real people at the end of the day. But we understand it's a metaverse, meaning it's a whole fake world going on out here. I spoke about this many times. People that are fake can come on the internet and make themselves real. You can take a person that's real on the internet and make them look fake, because the metaverse is whatever you want it to be. This is the same technology they've been using in Hollywood forever. When you see somebody, when you see the car blow up and it wasn't even no real fire, it was graphics. When you seen blood in the movie and it wasn't no real blood. Now they playing it out in real life. This is the part people don't understand. Children to replace real kids by 2050 and help the overpopulation. Help with overpopulation. Do you see this? Overpopulation, what that mean? Women having too many kids. So being that woman having too many kids, we have to bash women and we have to make it hard for these kids. Make the kids dumb, bash the woman. Make the kids dumb, bash the woman. You keep doing that, that's how you control the overpopulation crisis. See that? They're already doing it. These virtual kids will be just like the real thing, but could be switched off at the touch of a button. And Campbell argues they'll help the world deal with overpopulation. And if you think for a minute that this also don't deal with pedophile Chester behavior, which you should already know, that a pedophile can now purchase them a fake child and do whatever they want with the child, which promotes the behavior. All of this is going to take place. It's already taking place. And it just told you that what? Your children don't have no future. So that's why Whitney Houston had to die. Her #1 hit was The Children of the Future. Now you see the children don't have no future. And the ones that's left, they're going to be like this. That's how your child can survive the future. If you got a black child, melanated child, as long as your child be like this, they're going to make it. But if they ain't like that, and they try to show any form of being thorough or masculine, they're going to be a problem. They're going to have to go. And that's why they're trying to replace them kids with the new kids. Do you see this? Some of y'all don't believe it. Some of us won't even be around to see it take place. And some of us will. Now you see why all these agendas is in place? Now you see why they don't care if your kid's dumb in school. They don't care because they plan on replacing your child anyway. The kids that are failing today, all you got to know is the kids that are failing today will be the kids in the future without no job, without nothing. And they ain't going to be able to function because everything going to be based on technology. So if you're dumb, you ain't going to make it in the new world. See, we was able to be dumb for years and make it. You can't be dumb and make it in the new world because it's going to be used against you. So all the kids failing now will be on the back end in the future. Why you think they were so quick to make your kids learn from school, learn from home anyway? Because they figure half of them wasn't coming to learn anyway. Man, let them stay home. We don't care, whatever. Stay home. Because they don't even want to teach your kids no more. They don't want to teach our kids no more. They don't care. They want them to be stupid because when they stupid, they get older, they can easily push them to the side, get them out the way. You feel me? And they're not going to be able to make it. If you think you can't make it now without a decent background education, it's hard to get a real job now without slave labor. What you think going to happen years from now? That means what? It ain't no future. So now you see purposely the kids are being taught to be stupid. Dumbed down all the way. You can't peep game? Because all this warfare, y'all, it's still all warfare. Warfare without bullets. I told you that. No bullets needed. No bullets needed to kill off a whole generation. You don't need no bullets. You can kill off generations of people, millions, just with thoughts and images and pushing agendas. So as you see it for yourself, these virtual kids will be just like the real thing, but could be switched off at the touch of a button. Meaning you can shut the kid up, all of that. This is also for the people that can't have kids. It's going to go into a lot of different things, y'all. Then I'm going to show you part of the proof. Because I told you they tell on themselves. They always telling on themselves. Now look how they told on themselves. Tesla, here's our robot of the future. These robots represent the new kids. That's what it represents, the new kids. It's just that they didn't perfect the robot technology all the way. They didn't create the flesh on them yet. Maybe they did. They just showing you this because they got to water it down. So when you see, oh, look at them little robots, they so smart. Whole time you don't even know they plan on replacing your kids with these same damn robots. I told you all they do is work in labs 24 hours to perfect technology. That's all they do. These are going to be the new kids. But for those that know, I broke all this down already. A lot of y'all know about the Jetsons. This ain't nothing but the Jetsons technology stuff they were showing. And mind you, the cartoon The Jetsons goes back to the 1960s. And they showing you everything that's going on right now. This is the technology Tesla's working on. This is a human thing. See, that's why you got to understand we was all taught to focus on race when the whole time they plan on fucking replacing all races with this right here. All you've been doing is being groomed with androids, smartphones. These are androids and smart entities as well. Same thing. But they really represent this right here was coming. The replacement. Now you see why they put the movie out, Our Robot and all of that? Now you understand what man versus machine represents? They did the test run the last time, y'all. What the hell you think an essential worker is? When everything shut down, only people that had to go to work was essential workers. which also shows you if you're not essential, you could be replaced with a damn robot or program. They just didn't perfect it yet. You get it? But I already spoke to y'all about how certain restaurants already got the robot in the restaurant, the robot bringing your trays and all of that, bringing your food. That's to cut out all of the waitresses. Get it? And if they let the robot come out, not only do they replace the waitresses, they get to keep all the tips. Get it? This is what they're prepping to with the 2030 and all of that, 2030 agenda. Everything technology. The Marvel comics from the 40s show weather machines. They are always ahead, exactly. G.I. Joe cartoons show the weather machines. All of that. That's right. It's nothing new. None of this stuff is new. It's just this new. Remember, all this was classified information. You know what I'm saying? It was all classified, meaning only the government had access to these things. You got to remember, they get blueprints, drawings of things, and don't even know how to bring them about. And then they work on years trying to bring these pictures into fruition. But yeah, whether you like it or not, it's a replacement going on. And it's going to go on. You just got to, you get in where you fit in. Either you're going to make yourself useless or useful, or you just going to be useless. That's it. That's it. Everything is up to you. I ain't here to tell nobody nothing. You do what you want to do. I'm just telling you what type of time they on. Robots. And they understand they can get more out of a robot than a useless eater. You feel me? They get more out of a robot than a useless eater. They know that. We don't got to pay salaries. We just take some of that money, build the robot. I don't got to pay nobody no salary for 10 years, 5 years, pension, retirement. No, we got robots. All they doing is mastering the technology. That's it. Once they master it, that's it. Now let's continue on. And let's talk about the mass evacuation that happened in Florida and the people dying. I know some of y'all saw the picture with the crocodile in them people's house. We spoke about that. The crocodiles, the snakes, the people that can't swim, the people that's disabled. We spoke about all that. If you think it ain't still death down there, you're sadly mistaken. Ian is long gone, but water keeps rising in Central Florida. Let's talk about that. A lot of people don't know it's still flooded out. They still don't got no power. I told you, I broke all this down in the previous episode. I told you how it's going to play out. It's all playing out. After the destruction, everybody's on lockdown. Houses flooded. Now they done sent 5,000 National Guard, 5,000 to 7,000 National Guard. What the National Guard for? To restore order. Restore order and condemn the homes. Along with those help groups, they call help groups, but really some of them are militias trained to kill. They're going down there to protect property and to evacuate locations. If the rent owner, if I own this crib, this house, and my house got flooded and I want you gone and you don't want to listen, all I got to do is holler at the National Guard. They're going to get you out my crib. Now, the people that own their house can go back to their house. If you don't own your house, you can't go back to your house. This is why people are being pushed out. I told you they was going to get pushed out. They already did. And it's still flooded down there, and they still ain't got no power. I told you they're only going to show you certain parts that they want you to see, but they're not going to show you the real depths of what people going through down there. Because my point is this: did you see any search and rescue video on TV anywhere where they actually show you how they be in the hood knocking on doors and making people get out? They ain't show you that, did they? Ain't gonna show you that part. That's why. Let's go. Let's peep game. Residents in Central Florida done fishing waters, boots, bug spray, and canoe and kayak to their homes. Meaning it was so flooded, people had to get on boats, rafts, just to make moves. That's how flooded it is. Keep in mind, flooded, snakes, gators, sharks, poison, all type of stuff in the water, bugs. They kayak to their homes on streets where floodwaters continue rising Sunday, despite it being 4 days since Hurricane Ian tore through the state. Now, peep that right there. Sunday, yesterday, still flooding. 4 days later. Do you see that? But did we not see bridges look like they got blowed up? How we know certain things out there didn't get blowed up and it's overflowed like Katrina? I told you Katrina part 2. It is still flooding with no power. So all you got to do is use common sense. I told you, you ain't going to use no ATM. Told you that. You ain't going to be able to cook nothing. Now you got to sit and wait in a flood and hopefully they come rescue you. But when they come rescue you, guess what they're going to tell you? Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. You have to come with us. And you're not going to be able to go back home. And therefore, that's where they go into the FEMA location. They already did all this already. In Hurricane Katrina, showing you. And then I want to show you how they ain't talking about it no more. Shh, shh. Because they want you to think it's just the hurricane. But it's more drama after the goddamn storm passed. That's the real drama. And it's still flooded. And you got to understand, you got elderly, you got children, you got people, and a lot of people can't swim. And a lot of our people ain't got no boats and rafts. Understand? The waters flooded homes and streets that had been passable just a day or two earlier. Ben Bartlett found 4 inches of water in his house by Lake Harney off North Jungle Street in a rural part. Key word, y'all. Rural part of Seminole County. That's what I wanted y'all to hear. Seminole County. And that's why I'm going to talk about the Seminole Wars. And I'm going to prove what I already told y'all, that the same exact location where your ancestors went to war at and slaughtered a whole lot of people for trying to come down there and conquer that land, those same people years later are still going through it. And I'm going to show y'all how I told y'all these are the same bloodlines. Meaning, the Seminoles was in Florida. Some of them got pushed out. Some of them stayed. The ones that stayed are the ones that's in Florida to this day. That's why I remember when I told y'all certain places where your ancestors was at always going to get it the worst. I told you that because they know history. They know your history. They know American history. You don't know. So just to make sure nobody from these particular bloodlines are trying to rise up, we got to make sure we keep our foot on the neck of our arch enemies. Meaning they were our enemies when we was trying to take over America. But now they have been conquered. We got to always make sure that their bloodlines stay intact, stay in order, stay in place. Don't ever try to rise up against us. And every time they try to act like they're going to come up, something going to happen. In this case, it might just happen to be a storm, allegedly. But these are why people always get set back and can't come up. The street in a rural part of Seminole County, north of Orlando, after kayaking to it Sunday morning, only a day earlier, there had been no water. So it's flooding after the storm. The same exact thing they told you with Hurricane Katrina. That's why they told you the levees broke. It flooded and it had nothing to do with the weather. You heard about the floodgates opening up, right? Just look at it like that. The floodgates have opened up in Florida. If you're in a part where they ain't got flooded, that's good for you. You straight. But there's a lot of other places that got messed up and they ain't talking about it. See, they ain't want to destroy Miami right now because that's where the money at. They ain't got time to be destroying that and fixing that back up. It's already messed up, so they got to do other work down there. But I'm going to show y'all something. We're going to keep going. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody that's in here. I'm watching. See that? Do you see the flooding? You see how deep that damn water is? You see how they got to strategically show you an upper view because they don't want you to know exactly how deep it is? All this strategic. It looks like warfare. That's why you got planes and military figures riding around taking footage of the destruction. That's what it looked like to me, allegedly. Do you see the floods that they just told you ain't had nothing to do with just the rain? They said this is 4 days after it's still flooding. Do you understand? All of those are condemned homes. All of those are places people can't come back to. No power. Gators, sharks, snakes. And they had to wait for days before they even got help. Now you see how when I told you, when they do pull up, if you in the house, they're going to make you leave. And you ain't going to be able to come back. The whole perimeter is going to be blocked off. And they're gonna say it's because of looters. They don't want no looters coming into the neighborhoods. Meanwhile, they're gonna be the ones looting. And they also know people in Florida, you just look at every house, damn near every house probably got a gun in it. A lot of licensed firearm holders. This is how they get to run through those houses. See how many guns you got stockpiled up in there. Destruction. And guess what? As you see, it's all being down. It's not trending news no more, is it? Because the whole agenda behind this, I ain't gonna say the whole agenda, but the most important part of the storms is those search and discover rescue missions that they go on. They go on missions, and they go on missions to the hood, to neighborhoods, secure the area, lock it down, and they start knocking on doors and snatching people up, say, come here for a minute. Let me check your ID. That's how they play it out. That's why I told you. Now you understand why a lot of people ain't going to be around no more. Now, do we understand about this migration that's going on? Now, do we understand that Americans are suffering? It's not a color thing. It's about America. One has to suffer for the other one to prosper. Are any of the migrants affected by the storm? Let's use common sense. No, they're not. Why? Because they don't own no property yet. They ain't taking no losses and none of this. Are they going to benefit from doing cleanup, work, construction, and other things? I'm pretty sure they are. But mind you, like I said, it's still quiet because they still putting in work. And remember, our peoples that's down there, they can't tell because a lot of them, they falling off. No power. Florida faces an emotional roller coaster as the search for survivors of Hurricane Ian continues and the death toll rises. See that? Remember when I told y'all them petty numbers they be telling you? Fake numbers. You gonna tell me out of this is only about 10 people died, about 15 people died, a couple, about 70 people. You believe that if you want to. That's my opinion. Death toll still rising down there right now as we speak, y'all. They ain't find everybody. How you know? How I know? They just told you. Search for survivors. They still searching. Because when a storm comes, you can't find everybody when everything blown to smithereens and everything is flooded. They ain't gonna know how many people missing till the goddamn water go down. It's people probably underwater right now. People trapped in their home. Look, if you think it ain't people trapped in these homes, you sadly mistaken. If you think it ain't a couple people might be already dead, drowning, floating around their house, you sadly mistaken. I told you, use common sense. Everybody ain't make it out them homes. And if they made, let's say you did make it out the home, where the hell you going? Where you gonna go? You see all the damn flooding, where you going? You ain't going nowhere, especially if you can't swim. And if you can't swim, we know it's things in the water. I'm trying to tell you, man, this is what they've been doing, y'all. Check this out, y'all. Do you see how they play games? Do you see them strategically taking that picture? Did you see? Check the picture out, y'all. Do you see that man bearing his own cross? Florida begins cleanup in aftermath of Ian. Showing you. Cleanup, search and rescue, lockdown. That's what that means. Lockdown. Cleanup means lockdown. All right? Clean them up. Get them in order. Search for survivors. Just showing y'all. Mind you, you can't, I told you this before. Say if I'm from out there, say if this is my neighborhood, right? I can't go back home. But y'all let other people come out there. He can come around. He can come in my neighborhood. All he got to do is say he cleaning up. You see that? Showing you the games they play. Anybody can go there right now if you with the cleanup team. But if you from there and want to go back home, you can't come back home. See how they play? You also see this man bearing a cross, which represent suffering. And now people have to bear their own cross, meaning you on your own down there now. And the ones, remember, don't forget, let's not forget this neither. A lot of people stayed. So the people that stayed are only going to be saved through their faith. Meaning, a lot of people felt like they had a strong connection with God. And I'm pretty sure those are the ones going to be straight. But everybody ain't going to be straight because of their faith. So some people are going to have to bear the consequences of what happened. And then I broke down how all this strategically always happens at the end of the month. When rent due and bills due. So that's a double whammy. Florida residents are grappling with widespread destruction and flooding after Hurricane Ian, one of the most powerful storms to ever hit the United States. Pause. See what they just told y'all, right? One of the most powerful storms that ever hit the United States, meaning it was more powerful than Hurricane Katrina. You see that? I was calling it Hurricane Katrina Part 2. Little did I know it was actually worse than Hurricane Katrina. But I want y'all to see, my people that tune in, and you heard me speaking on this from the first day, and you'll see it playing out exactly how I told you it would. You see how they've been downplaying the whole time? When they was first, before the storm first came, did they tell people it was going to be the most powerful storm that hit the United States? I'm pretty sure more people would have left, right? But no, they got to downplay it and say, oh, it might hit, it might not. Oh, it don't look too bad. Oh, it's separating. It's going. Mind you, it's still places on the East Coast flooding today. Still got flood warnings. They're trying to say that the hurricane is doubling back. But did they tell us that? Did they tell us that this was the most powerful storm that ever hit the U.S.? Amid ongoing search efforts and a death toll that has risen to at least 62. Now, how the hell is the death toll 62 when y'all ain't even do all the goddamn research yet? Y'all ain't find everybody. That's a lie. You can get 62 people of one goddamn neighborhood or of one block. Because I know everybody can't swim. And if you think they're not talking about kids and elderly, you're sadly mistaken. They already told us the waters is 12 feet. 12 feet is the deepness of a swimming pool, y'all. Y'all know that. And if you can't swim, how the hell you going to make it in 12 feet of water? I don't care if it's 8 feet. You can't swim, you're going to drown. Mind you, that water is super dirty. So common sense would tell you it's more than 60-something people dead, allegedly. Searching for survivors at Ian's Ground Zero in Fort Myers Beach. It doesn't always end well. For those that don't know, Fort Myers, that's where Plies from. Fort Myers have a hood, right? Black community in Fort Myers. Know that. Do you see how they calling it Ground Zero? Do you see how they talking search and rescue? Like the same exact thing in Ground Zero? What does that mean? That means a lot of people dead. And they didn't find everybody that's dead yet. If we seen this so-called hurricane blow out chunks of a bridge, concrete. Look, if this storm could collapse a bridge, what you think it did to people in their little ass cribs or houses made of wood? What do you think? You got to understand how they play these word games and how they pick and choose what they show you on TV. Why they don't show you a search and rescue on ground with the camera rolling in an actual neighborhood, showing them helping people and knocking on doors. Why they not going to show you that? Because they know that's the ugly part of it. Mind you, Hurricane Katrina, they already spoke about how it was bodies floating around for days. Dead carcasses in the water. And they just told you this was worse than Hurricane Katrina. But I just want us to look at it because most of us are trained. Go back to your regular scheduled program on Monday. We just gonna forget about everything that just happened a couple of days ago. Why? Because that was just trending news. You know, the storm was trending news. All the news reporters got paid. The weathermen got their clout up. The TV stations got extra viewership. Now it's over with. But we know the real stuff going on right now. All artists mental. What's up, y'all? That's all I'm saying, y'all. About to take another stroll. And now we're going to take a look at the seminal history of the ancestors that's from Florida. Now, mind you, they already told us it's the most powerful storm to hit. They already told you they in Seminole County. So now we're going to take a look at some history in America. Mind you, it was Seminole Wars. It was 3. It was 1 and 2. Another thing I got proof today, which I want to prove to some people that don't understand, don't comprehend. You're going to learn something today. Check it out. Got to watch the chat too. The Second Seminole War What's the date you see right there? What's the first date you see? 1837, right? When they told you slavery ended. Did they tell you Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves in 1862, whatever, and Juneteenth and all this nonsense, right? So if everybody was a slave, all black people, melanated people were slaves, how the hell was they fighting the war in 1837? How the hell was they fighting the war if everybody was already slaves? By 1837, the Seminole apparently had managed to force a truce. They went so hard, they had to form a truce. Mind you, the Europeans were down there with all their guns, trying to take Florida, trying to slay the natives, but they had a hard time because they wasn't going for it. It was a lot of bloodshed. Also, this depicts or this destroys the narrative of the Underground Railroad of all of the slaves that ran to the north, because that was a lot of cap, because they didn't want you to know about the Seminole Wars. But it's all history now. It's all American history, public information. In my opinion, a lot of blacks went north because they was trying to get to the Freemasonic Lodge of Prince Hall. They were trying to become Freemasons. And the ones they wanted to be Freemasons, they helped them get to the lodge out of slavery, because they needed members for the lodge. At this time, the Masonic Lodge was creating spies. Spies that were spying for England and doing a lot of spying for government officials. They needed black spies. So they needed them to join these lodges. But meanwhile, the real free blacks was already in Florida chilling. In other parts of America, chilling, free as a bird. And these were places that they couldn't conquer. They needed more help to conquer them. The Europeans could not conquer these people because they were so warrior-like. During negotiations, however, Osceola, that's what I'm going to say. Osceola, I'm going to say that's his name, all right, was arrested. That's the leader. Was arrested under false flag of a truce, meaning they was getting beat so bad they had to form a truce, but then they act like they was going to have a truce, and when the leader came to talk business, they locked his ass up. Do they not still do the same thing to this day? Water you down, get you to be cool, and then they flip on you? That's what they did to the OG. When he wanted to form a truce, confined first at St. Augustine, then Fort Moultrie at Charleston, South Carolina, where he died on January 30th, 1838. His followers fought on by 1842. They were nearly exterminated. Some 4,420 Seminoles surrendered and were deported to Oklahoma. Now you understand about the Trail of Tears? That's because it was a lot of warfare. And those people that got sent on the trail, they were prisoners of war. Mind you, at this time, most people were free because it was all about the 13 colonies. Use your brain. Understand, it's a big-ass America, 13 colonies. What does that mean? That means other than the 13 colonies, they didn't have no rulership. They had no jurisdiction. That means they wasn't in full power. They didn't start coming into power until they started what? Going west. And when they went west, they had to break up the tribes first. It was different things had to be done. They ended slavery because the East Coast was already conquered. Now they had to go west. So they had to free slaves because they needed slaves to help fight in the military, to fight the Indians, the natives, whatever you want to call them. I'm not playing word games today. You know what I'm talking about. They had to free the so-called slaves because those same slaves and those same Freemason slaves had to fight on the arms of the government to go fight some of these natives, which shows you people been turning on each other back then. But I want you to see the dates. 1837, 1830, early 1800s. The first Seminole War started 1816, 1819, which means that people were not slaves. Everybody wasn't a slave. This is before the term of African American and black. Told you I'll learn something today. This is why they got it hard in Florida to this day. Now let's look. You see that? Do you understand? Fort Myers, a fort. That's where they had a fortress. When they came down there to conquer these people, they built forts. Fort Myers is one of the forts that they built. Fort Myers is the city to this day that is flooded out. The same place where your ancestors fought battles. As you see, major battle attacks. You see where the X is at? Because all in this area, all in Florida, your people had a stronghold. They had a stronghold. And they didn't want no smoke. And when they came down there, their ass got slaved. So when blacks started running out of slavery, they was trying to get down here to safety because they knew if they got down here, they had a better chance to survive. And all of these natives functioned well under swamp areas. They knew how to swim and vibe and conquer the alligators. Because remember in the scripture, it wrote that what? It said that God gave man dominion over the animals. That's why no matter what, look, when you see a man, wherever that man is from, if it's natural animal around, he has rulership over those animals. My point is the natives of Florida back in the day knew how to control the gators. They wasn't scared of them. They had jurisdiction over them, meaning they knew how to take a gator and make a gator a pet. The same way when you see India, they got snakes, right? Don't you see the man playing with the king cobras? Those are their pets. They got dominion over the snakes there. Wherever you at, you got dominion over those animals. Those animals coincide with the land that you and those animals were supposed to share together. That's what was written. Which is also why those Europeans couldn't go conquer it like that. Why? Because it had snakes, gators, things of that nature that we was already in tune with. We got disgruntled. We got broken off from nature. You see how we see animals and get scared? It was a time we see animals, we didn't get scared because we know we had mind control over them animals. You ain't know back in the day your peoples rode on top of giraffes, they rode on top of elephants, they conquered, they showed power over all these animals. But let's go back to this. See the Seminole Reservation? This is when they first started putting the people on reservations. They built up the forts, and as the wars was taking place, as some of your people lost, they started putting them on reservations. What does that say? 1827. How many years is that before slavery ended? Damn near 50. Now you see why some of us say that everybody ain't slaves? Everybody don't come from slaves? Everybody's not family? Do you understand now why they never taught you this in school, even though it's American history? Now you see why they made you so dumb that you don't even know what's going on and it's right in front of your face? But look, everywhere I'm showing you is where the flood hit. Do you see that? Now you see why Miami ain't get hit? Because this ain't got nothing to do with the history. This is all my opinion too. See that? Fort Myers? Military forts. See that? Fort Myers is named after the military forts that conquered your people. They had to look at, you see the blue dots? Look how many forts they had to build because your people was a problem down there, was slaying them. But the only reason why they won because they had guns, a lot of firepower. But our people had guns too and was using the machetes and axes, and we were slaughtering them. That's why you see look, they had to strategically. It took another thing you got to peep. It took them years to conquer your people. It took years. It took over 40, 50 years to even conquer them. They were fighting for years. The Seminole Wars was for years. That's why you see all of these forts. So all these forts had to be built to lock your people in. Your people was living on the waters and in the swamps. That's why you'll see strategically the forts surround the area where your people was at so they couldn't get out or go nowhere. And these wars had to be fought for years because your people was thorough and your people wasn't folding. It wasn't coming up off that land. And they was the last natives in America to fold, period. I already broke down how New York, the Mohawks and New York had its natives. Every state had its own tribe. We know that. But some got conquered faster than others. Some bowed down quick and took a truce. Some of them became the 5 tribes quick to work that deal with the white man fast. But then you had a lot of your people, they didn't fold. The Seminole Wars, also known as the Florida Wars, were 3 conflicts in Florida between the Seminole tribe and the United States Army. These were considered of 3 different wars, including the First Seminole War from 1860, which shows you they were fighting from 1816 all the way up into the 50s. You see it right there. They were fighting for 40, 50 years straight, fighting, warring, kicking them Europeans out of there. The Europeans couldn't live in Florida. Now you see why they all want to live there to this day. Now you see why they all retire, move to Florida. Now you see what Florida is really all about. They always wanted that land because that's one of the prettiest lands in America. But they keep it poor on purpose to this day, and they keep it messed up, drug infested. They keep it hard on all of the natives that's from there. But everybody else comes and lives in paradise. That's what it was made to be. Every state got a history. And the history has to do with them because they conquered the people and gave it its own history. And then they took our history and put it somewhere where you ain't gonna look for that. Then you don't, that's why you don't understand why it's so hard on you. Because it's because your ancestors why it's hard on you. And to make sure you never rise up again like your ancestors did, they got to keep foot on necks. So the Florida Wars, as you see, was dealt with the Seminole tribe fighting the army. How many niggas right now built to fight the U.S. Army? Let's stop playing. These are your old gang, whatever you want to call them. You name all the guns everybody got right now. All these people say they for the black power. Everybody say, oh, Black Lives Matter. Oh, gang bang, Crippin' and Blood. You name all these organizations, put them all together. Are they built to fight the U.S. military right now? No, they not. No, they not. That's a fantasy. They ain't built like that. For 1, technology. For 2, they got more weaponry. And for 3, people ain't got enough heart to even go against the military nowadays. That's my point. They ain't got the heart of the Seminoles. That heart of a man is out the window. So when I talk about a man being a warrior, this is the energy I was talking about. The same energy that had you never bowing down, made you fight to the end. That's gone now. And I'm not promoting hate. I'm not promoting fighting. I'm not promoting none of that. I'm talking about the energy of the ancestors. They have killed it. But not in everybody. Now you understand why the spiritual warfare, they don't care about nothing you do, what you got. As long as you ain't got the spirit of your ancestors, they don't give 2 fucks about you. You can do what you want. You can go buy 1,000 guns. They don't care about you because they know you ain't going to do shit because you ain't got the heart of your ancestors. You don't got the spirit. Why? Because they took it from you. These were considered 3 different wars, including the First Seminole War from 1816 to 1819. The second war was from 1835 to 1842. Let me explain it. When they came in 1816, you see the pattern, right? 1819. 1619. See, they do things when the COVID hit, the year after 2019. My point is this. They got sent home packing the first time. They came in 1816. They fought a little bit. They sent their ass up out of here. What they do? Came back with reinforcements. Came back in 1842. You see, they would get their ass whipped. They go get more people, go back to Europe, come back, get some more brainwashed niggas, get a few more, come back and fight and lose again, and then come back again. That's why there was so many wars, because they couldn't conquer this shit. You get it? Mind you, they had all the firepower, all the help. They still couldn't conquer it because our people knew that terrain. They knew how to move in them swamps. They knew how to fight. Seminole Wars were the longest and most expensive, both in human and monetary terms, all of the Indian wars in the United States. Now listen, it was the most expensive war that cost the government so much money to conquer these people. They couldn't do it. Just like to this day, they just told us that what? That was the biggest storm in U.S. history. So the biggest war was fought in Florida. Now they told you the biggest storm has hit Florida. The same exact location where your ancestors was at. This is how they do ritual. For all those who talk about ritual, this is ritual. When they do the same thing in the same place at a different time, but you get the same result. A ritual. Back then, your people got fought with gunfire. Now your people get fought with weather. What's the same result? People pushed off the land. Do you get it? That's why I said we high tech over here. We high tech with this information. And yes, we're going to go into the past. We're going to talk about the future, but we're going to get into why things are the way they are. In my opinion, in your opinion, we're going to look at some of these problems and say, can we fix it? Can we look at it head on? Can we just move on? But we're going to look at it. Now let's look at the chief. What is his complexion? I know they told you about Indian, and I don't want to talk. They're not playing word games today. But you know for a fact, whenever you see an Indian now, they super light skin, right? Because that was a process. And that was when natives got conquered and the conqueror started mixing his seed with native seed, and they started putting certain people in power the same way they do to this day. Everybody they conquered, they mix their seed with. And then once they mix their seed, they take the offspring and make them heroes. They take the offspring or those mixed seeds and make them great people. So that's why you see everybody in position of great stature now is of a certain complexion, because they are a mixed seed. This is why they play games, Black, African, American, American, Africa. Because if I keep telling you from Africa, if you see this man right here, you won't have no relationship with him because you all focused on Africa. Even though you go to Africa, you don't get no love. Even though you know goddamn well you don't want to live in Africa. And for three, most of them people don't even acknowledge you, but you're still talking Africa, right? I told y'all your Africa hustle is running out. I told y'all all y'all shit running out. Why? Because the truth is revealed. The unconquered, the only Native American tribe never to be completely removed from their home territory by the U.S. Army. They already told you this. So if they unconquered, if they the only Native American tribe never to be completely removed, keyword remove. If they haven't been removed, what does that mean? That means the people are still there. And who? Their bloodlines. It's just that now they're called niggas. They're called black people. They're called African Americans. They're called hip hoppers, rappers, twerkers. And they like likes, clicks, and views and subscribers. But these are the ancestors right here. What is that man's face complexion? Does he look like the modern Native American? Now you see why they play the black game, the black card, the black game. You see why they play these fucking games? Because if I play the black game with your stupid ass, you can look at your own people and won't even know that's you. Y'all have no clue of how you've been mind fucked your whole life. You have no clue. And I'm talking to the ones that think they know so much. I'm talking to the ones that's so smart. I'm talking to the ones that claim to be in positions of power and leadership, but talk stupidity every day. You don't know shit. Because you was taught to hate America, therefore you was taught to hate your ancestors. And your ancestors are American. That's why they call Native Americans. But I know people going to play that word. A Native American, it really was white people. I mean, fuck on them words. I'm tired of you niggas playing word games. We're going to deal with some common sense and reality that what? Your peoples was warriors. You see them fighting in them same lands? Fighting the government? People, you see Andrew Jackson on that bill, right? Andrew Jackson been on that $20 bill. But did you know Andrew Jackson was highly praised for slaying the Seminole Indians? Did you know that Andrew Jackson was the one who funded the Trail of Tears? Did you know that Andrew Jackson was responsible for killing some of the most amount of natives in American history? Now you understand why he's on the $20 bill that most people die for to this day and love the $20 bill. See? Everybody on them bills did something to your people, but you love that bill, don't you? That's the curse of spell that's been put on you. Man, oh man, oh man. Man. Now you see why when you praise money, you can't win? Because the money's already cursed. How you going to win with the money in the face of your conquerors is on the money? See how they master you using magic? Your peoples is warriors. Let's continue on. Do you see your people surrounding the fort? Do you see your people surrounding the fort? Got the government under pressure? Not bowing down, not folding? Warriors. That is the energy of man. To fight for your land, fight for your territory, fight for your family. That's it. But guess what? Like I said, now it ain't guns. To fight for your family now, all you got to do is just be 100. All you got to do is just be solid. That's the new warfare now. Being a real man, being solid. Standing on what you stand on, doing what you're supposed to do, protect who you're supposed to protect, and no more excuses. No more excuses. No more excuses. That's a real man. It's not hard. It's not hard to be a man. They know who you are. That's why 24/7, around the clock, they just want to break your ass. As long as a man run around like this, you good. You have your way. They'll let you live. As long as you run around like this, you can live. You could be on the TV. You could wear nice things, move in a nice neighborhood. You get it? As long as you be like these niggas. But these represent the new black man. And I'm going to challenge all of y'all. All you got to do is just start paying attention to men. Start listening to what they say out their mouth. Start watching their behavior. And ask yourself, do any of them take anything serious in life right now? I'm talking about right now. Where shit is the most realest ever right now. You see opposite, don't you? Sibling party. What up, everybody in here? I see y'all cooking, the whole family in here. Shout out to everybody that's here. Y'all know I had to pull up today. We got to talk about this. And like I said, I'm trying to get away from these topics. I'm trying to, because it's like beating a dead horse, all right? I don't want to keep talking about weak men that I know ain't going to get no stronger. Because I understand warfare, like I told y'all. And I understand what they did back then. At war, the first thing you do is conquer the man. That's why the chief had to get taken down. Once we take down the chief, he the big homie, man, everybody else going to fall in line. Then we start attacking all of the men. Why you think most of the natives that went on the Trail of Tears mostly was kids, women, and older people? That's why when they told you a lot of people died on the trail, because a lot of them was older people. And a lot of the men that was left were men that were already broken. You remember we heard about stories about back in the day how they used to clip men nuts and put them in jars, castrate men? Let me clarify that for y'all. This is the new form of castration, y'all. They don't physically cut your nuts off no more. They take your nuts from you using mental warfare. So when they always wanted to clip the black man nuts, they know now they don't got to do it like that no more. They done did it already another way. These are black men with clip that has been castrated, y'all. These are castrated black men. That's why Charlemagne sit like that. See that? A man with kahunas. A man that is packing is not going to be comfortable crossing his legs. That's for little niggas. Charlemagne is a short nigga too. He's a little nigga. Get it? No disrespect to my bros that's short. I'm just stating something right now. I'm trying to make a point that niggas are already castrated. And back then they had to clamp your balls and put them in a jar and you leak to death. They ain't got to do that no more. Your nuts already been taken. That's why I told you. Nick Cannon trying to prove to us that he got nuts. He think that me him having a lot of kids mean he got nuts. You ain't got no balls, nigga. You's a coward. You're a coward and you's a fool too. And a coon. You see that? And you look like you got herpes, nigga. And why is Usher on the radio when he got herpes? Black man mockery. The new black man is a joke. Don't take my word for it. That's what the world thinks. That's what's being pushed every day. And when one man act like he want to stand up, his ass gonna get shot down. See that? But your peoples is warriors, like I said, and I showed y'all. And I showed y'all we killed a lot of lies, stereotypes. I just wanted to show y'all. You see all these warfare going on? Why this goddamn war was going on, y'all? Use your fucking brain. Why this war was going on? It was a few niggas on plantations. Everybody wasn't on a goddamn plantation. Everybody wasn't a goddamn slave. All right? How the hell was everybody a slave when they was fighting wars at the same time? And they ain't even go west yet. They ain't even go west. Your peoples Go from sea to sea, East Coast to the West Coast. They didn't even get to Cali, none of that shit. Ohio, they didn't conquer none of that yet. But certain things had to be done before they start going west. And one of the main things they had to do before they conquered America, they had to make a lot of your people get down and lay down and sign treaties, as we now call today, selling out. So a lot of your people had to sell out in order for all these things to occur. What's going on right now? Have not most of your people sold out that got you in a situation right now? We call them many different things, but most of them sold out. They're in position to help. They're in position to build. They're in position to educate. They're in position to uplift and lead by example. But what do? Get checks for being clowns. Get checks for being bogus. Get checks for making you wild out and laugh at everything when shit ain't even fucking funny. They give you a position where you tell niggas run and jump, nigga, run, jump, jump, nigga, jump, run, nigga, run. But in reality, who are these men? They ain't nobody. In reality, they're nobody. And when those white owners sat down at that table to talk about imeudoka, they made him seem like he was the nastiest, filthiest black man on the planet that was ignorant with no self-skills, meaning no self-control. If you can't keep your Johnson in your pants, you are considered a fuck nigga. And most of these fuck niggas are on the internet. Told y'all before, most of you women, you getting slick stalked. You getting stalked by pervs right now, half of y'all. Niggas leaving a whole bunch of flirtatious comments, scrolling your fucking pages on all your platforms. A lot of these niggas are weird. I told y'all that. Now y'all been seeing it. When niggas were supporting R. Kelly, I told you these niggas are weird. Because they were showing you who they are. And we live in a time when people show you don't believe because people think everything is a fucking debate. But it ain't that. It's just that people go where they're most comfortable. So let's look at all these niggas that so-called been exposed. You see people that leave, stop messing with them, did you? That means they agree. That means they're on the same type of shit. Because that's the world we in now, y'all. And I already broke down in this metaverse, that's what's going on. A lot of fake shit. But not only fake shit. In the metaverse, you can do a lot of analytics and you can analyze a lot of things too. That's why I told you. Look at a character and then you look at who supports the character. Those are the people that operate on that same frequency. All of it ties together. All these people already showed you who they are. And they represent the time we're in right now. Now you understand how the world look at it as a whole. This is world politics. This is media assassination. This is narratives pushed at an all-time high. Now let's check this out, because I've seen this too. Check this out, y'all. They are now admitting that Aretha Franklin was tracked by the FBI for 40 years. And basically what they said is at the time, they say Aretha Franklin was lending out money and supporting certain radical groups. One being known as the Black Panthers, allegedly. You know the Black Panthers, where that black woman called Angela Davis got charged for kidnapping and all this different type of crime, but she got let go free and all other Panthers went to jail. Kind of like the Afeni Shakur story. You heard about all the Black Panthers that did all this and that. And then that's the one woman that got away and defended herself in court, and she free to this day, and her son became a star, because y'all don't understand, you had agents back in the day. And Aretha Franklin was being watched because she was affiliated with some of these agents that were radical. Nowadays, it's the gangs or anybody that want to uprise, you get classified. Well, back then, it was a lot of radical blacks. That's why I told you, black power ain't nothing new. They was on black power in the late 60s, early 70s. They've been on black power. And they was really about that black power life. But my point is, that Black Power got them all killed and locked up. They got them nowhere. Why? Because they didn't know how to fight their opponent. They didn't know how to win. You can't. How the hell you gonna fight the man that make guns with guns? That's why she was being watched, because she was hanging around government agents. That's why you'll see whenever it was time for us to rise in history, they always came with some next bogus movements. Whenever you try to get back to who you are, they come back and tell you somebody else. That's all you got to pay. You 1 minute you about to get back to who you are, then they come tell you you a Muslim. You a Muslim. You really from Arabia. You try to get back to who you are. Mind you, I already showed you who you are. I already showed you. I already gave you a sight of who you are. But keep that in mind of who you are. An idea of who you are. Keep in mind. Chief Bowleg, Billy Bowleg, Seminole from Florida. I'm just giving you one aspect. Every time you start trying to tap into who you are, right? Here they go again. You African American. You Black. You're Moor. You're Muslim. You're Christian. You're Black Lives Matter. You're a Blood. You're a Crip. You every fucking thing. You're a Mason, a fraternity. You every fucking thing. But you don't know shit about your ancestors. You don't know shit. You everything else. That's why they always get the last laugh, because they know who the fuck you is. He think he's a Black Panther. Don't they know we made that shit up? They think they Black Lives Matter. He think he a Mason. He think he's a Prince. No, he don't even know we made Prince Hall up. See that shit? I'm just speaking in terms. How you get wrapped up in every fucking thing, and they know who you are, and they sit back and fucking laugh at you. That's it. Another thing. Let's talk about this. Coolio was on his last tour of Vanilla Ice. We spoke about that. He said he's shocked and devastated. But this is my point of this whole story. When I was a little boy, Vanilla Ice came out. The whole world clout Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice was the laughing stock of rap forever. One of the first white rappers to go commercial and pop. He another one that came out of Florida. Vanilla Ice is from Florida. He blew up and went commercial so fast. That's why a lot of rappers didn't like him. And he was acting like he was from the hood. But Vanilla Ice did really have love for Black people. He really did. But that ain't the other point. I'm looking at how the hell is Vanilla Ice still alive when so many Black rappers are dead? He's still alive making his money. You see that? After we heard the stories of Suge Knight hanging him off the balcony. Where's Suge Knight at? In jail for life. So it looked at me like Vanilla Ice got the last laugh. That's why I'm bringing it up. Everybody laughed at Vanilla Ice back in the day. Now Vanilla Ice get the last laugh. Why? He's still going on tour. He's still doing his shows. While half of the Black rappers are dead in jail, like academics say, dusty, gone. No, they're not around no more. Vanilla Ice still around. See that? How many Black hip hoppers or rappers are dead? Why Vanilla Ice ain't dead? I don't actually. It ain't not one dead rapper from that time. Only white rapper recently was dying. White rappers recently started dying. But I'm talking about none of their elders are dead. And that ain't even the point. The point is Vanilla Ice has so many people hating on him. Half the people that was hating on him, they messed up right now. I'm gonna be real. This man's still around. And it's just funny to me that Coolio and him did the show. When I showed y'all the Yin Yang twins and one of them passed out on stage, that was Vanilla Ice concert. Vanilla Ice been doing his own thing. And he's been helping out older rappers, helping them get on the venue, helping them get, helping them get money. That's what he's been doing. I'm gonna be real. But it's just mighty funny. Vanilla Ice still out here moving around doing this thing. A lot of your people's gone and fell off. They got jerks. That's why they say, he who last laughed the hardest. Looked at me like Vanilla Ice get some of the last laughs. But it is what it is. Salute to the chat. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I done went through enough. I done said enough. The main thing I want to stress on this episode, the same place, exact place where your people fought is the same exact place that got flooded out. And it's still flooded out to this day. 4 days after, flooded out. Same place. And it's all American history. It is what it is. Salute to the chat. Another Monday done. I don't be knowing how the Monday gonna go, but we got it done. Sometimes I don't know what's gonna happen, but we here. Big Phil. They trying to erase our history for good. That's right, Phil. And they doing it. Let's be real, Phil. Let's be real. Think about it, y'all. It ain't what they trying to do no more. They doing it. Because try means to fail. That's what I was taught. Try means to fail. Because when you fail at something, the first thing you do is say, well, I tried. Try means to fail. So let's be clear, y'all. They ain't trying to do nothing no more. They doing it. They doing it. Let's be honest, y'all. We got to be honest. Everything they set out to do, they either did it or they doing it right now. Also, for those that pulled up, I got to show you this again because this is very, very important. Very, very, very important. Hold up. Let me get this clear right here. The metaverse, children to replace real kids by 2050. Help with overpopulation. You see, like I said, I know how they play with numbers. I know it's going to be before 2050 when they try to push this. Basically, fake kids. You can go buy you a fake kid, raise you a fake kid, whatever. Fake kids to help with overpopulation. Keyword, overpopulation. Hold up. What you mean overpopulation? Are you trying to say is certain people having too many kids? I know you ain't talking about the people that's on welfare having too many kids and can't take. You ain't talking about them, right? No disrespect to nobody on welfare. But I got to express certain things. This ain't how I think. This is how they think. Not me, them. So I got to talk in the third person so you get an understanding of how they think. They say overpopulation. What they mean overpopulation? They try to say in the future, their kids ain't going to have a chance because there's going to be too many other kids. And I already broke this down. Some people DNA are multiplying. Y'all be on social media. Have you not been seeing a trend of certain people having twins more than ever now? Twins, trips more than ever. And on the other hand, you got a race of people, they can't have kids. Their kids ain't coming out right. They got to take fertility drugs. So in this thing called DNA, some people DNA are speeding up, and some people DNA are slowing up. And you got to know about extinction. Whatever species became extinct on the planet, their DNA started drying up. And then they say that which is cloned eventually dies. So some people feel like, shit, if it's over for us and our shit ain't going right, then shit, we gonna make it where they shit don't go right neither. So let's just get some robots. The new kid. These virtual kids will be just like the real thing, but could be switched off. You don't gotta feed it. You ain't gotta worry about the child crying. And if you a Chester, you can have a robot in the bed with you. You see the stuff they doing. These are the people in power running your life every day, every day, every day. They got plans. Now you understand why they want to lock all these young boys up? Now you understand why they want to make all these young girls fast? So they won't be around no more. And they'll never get to grow up and be adults. Just showing y'all the harsh reality of what's going on right now. Thank you, Miss Sassy. Thank you, Sassy. I appreciate that. Salute to everybody that's been supporting the channel. Thank y'all very much. Y'all pull up and support every day. And for the ones that, support financially, extra salute to y'all. I appreciate it. Everything y'all do counts. Everything everybody does count. But thank y'all for supporting. And you know I'm going to keep coming and I'm going to keep turning up. The thing is, this is what you got to peep. I told you it's a media blackout. So if you just pay attention, y'all, you will see the information is not coming out like that. You see, they took us to the past. They had us getting caught up in Irv Gotti and shot. They took us back 30 years. LL Cool. They got us in all these old stories. Then they shut media down. That's why ain't nothing trending now. That's why if nobody get killed, don't nobody got nothing to talk about. So now I got to start digging in the stash, and I got to start creating some new things to talk about, as well as putting more awareness out here on certain things. Because I understand that when they get quiet, that means they working. They quiet on the storm because they down there working right now. As we speak, it's people getting drugged out their house. It's people getting put on a boat. It's people getting body taken out the water. Corpse. That's right. Make sure y'all subscribe to Rondell's Unpopular Opinion. We're going to be doing something soon, too. And salute to all my people. Y'all know who's who. My people in here, you got a channel. Make sure you drop your link. Make sure y'all subscribe to my people, too. Good morning, Colleen. But other than that, y'all, like I say, if it ain't too many comments, I read the comments. I'm about to get out of here. They told my mom that she could have children. Then she met my daddy from Chicago, and bam, I was born. Man, that happened a lot. I'll tell you, man. That happened to me. You know what I'm saying? The woman I was with, supposed to couldn't have no kids, bam, kid. You know what I'm saying? So I know that from example. Actually, it happened to me 2 times. You know what I'm saying? So I know. Both women so-called couldn't have kids. And couldn't have kids for years. It was with different men, all type of stuff. But I got 2 children from 2 women that allegedly couldn't have kids. Separated times. You know what I'm saying? But it happened in my real life. So I know what you're talking about. Because they was specifically trying to spade women like dogs. Literally putting them on things where they couldn't have. Why do you think so many women have problems with their ovaries to this day? Got to get certain things removed, cysts. Because they was doing certain things to women. In them damn clinics. And it was messing with women. Body. And they put them lies in a lot of women had and told them you couldn't have no kids. Because they've been trying to do this at Planned Parenthood. They've been doing these programs of population control. Disguised as welfare programs. And public assistance. All you got to know is this. The same people that help you are the same people that really want your ass out of here. That's all you got to understand. The same people that's helping feed your kids is the same ones that want your kids in jail when they get older. Same fucking people. That's all I'm going to say. Who else sit here? Yeah. That's ancient history now. That's ancient history. You know what I'm saying? But it happens. It happens. Because they was going around telling a lot of women they couldn't have kids. And they was injecting certain things in women, allegedly making them be messed up. And it was after effects of them NOR plants and all those forms of birth control left after effects on certain women, even after they stopped taking it. It's crazy, man. I believe it. The devil is extra busy in these days we live in. That's right. That's a shame. Meanwhile, people killing their babies. Yup. That's a whole nother beef right there, Sassy. That's a whole nother. People be arguing that right there. Oh man, that's why I say the world is already messed up, man. You just let it play out. You just stay out the way, man. That's it, man. It's it. So you got to do. Just do everything right. That's why I said we at a time now where shit, you can do what you want, but a lot of shit you do, it just ain't gonna work no more. Because the conqueror have figured out all the ways that you've been escaping, and he put things in place to keep you down for good. That's why it ain't no more shortcuts. It's no more finessing. It's no more, nobody gonna help your ass. Every other thing our generation survived on has been taken away. Now it's taken. The only way you're gonna make it now is do new ideas, new motivation, good energy, and strong work ethic, and being independent and an independent thinker. There's certain things you have to do in order to even function and make it in the new world now we live in, the new society. That's what I've been talking about the whole time. Stop trying to be like your aunt. Stop following your traditions of your goddamn uncle and your big brother and that nigga that you watched on the block growing up. That shit ain't gonna work no more. Stop trying to be that chick that your auntie that had all the good men, whatever. Stop trying to be like the people in your family because they all failed. And the frequency our people was on is not gonna work now. That's all I was talking about. I wasn't trying to bash people from a certain age. I was trying to tell us that what? Our people failed, and we keep picking up the same program that's going to make us fail. So that's why to reverse everything. That's my whole purpose. It's the month of Halloween. Watch for death tolls to rise, miss kids and pets, weird things this month. That's right. That's right. You know, I've been talking about this. Just how they usher it in. It's going to be a nasty month. Starting today. Nasty month. And this is going to bring us into election season. October is going to be a dark month. That just is what it is. It's just what it is. It's the dark season. From now to the end of the year, that's what it is. So like I said, you're going to keep seeing this. And them people right here, all you got to know is some of them won't be found. Some of them, they getting relocated, and that's just what it is. Remix. Who else up in here? I'm saluting the chat. What y'all think about this? What y'all think about this? Hold up. What y'all think about the new black man? What y'all think about that? What you think about the new man? What you think? What I mean by that, you ain't grow up with no man in your family acting like this. You ain't grow up with nobody in your family acting like this. Stop playing. You ain't grow up with no man in your family acting like this. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to keep it simple. You know how you was raised? Was you raised around this? Was you raised around this? No. But you accepted it. Why? Because the powers that be brainwashed your ass and put it in your brain and then make you feel like a sucker. If you say something, you're a coward, you aggressive, you mad, you're angry. See, like right now, I'm angry. I'm an angry black man. You see that? The whole time I'm angry. I'm just speaking with authority. That's all I'm doing. I ain't mad. But I know when to talk with authority because that's what people listen. So I'm always going to be me. If it's something I'm speaking my opinion about, but I'm just showing you the energy that has left. Has left the souls of many men. That's why I told y'all, when a man gets exposed for being gay, for some men, that's actually a turn on. When men be on here saying all their gay stories, that's actually turning some men on. A lot of stuff men doing is to cater to other men. Y'all don't see it? That's why I got to sit back and big up women because that's the biggest crowd now. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody support women. Why you think women, when you got channels, nobody support your channel? Niggas don't support you. When you're a woman, you got to be up under the man. You get it? You see? See, I'm not. You got niggas scared to support women. They scared. Why they scared? He's scared what his homeboy gonna think. He's scared what another nigga gonna think about him showing love to a chick. You see the gay behavior? That's all I'm talking about, y'all. That's all I'm talking about. See? I just want to show y'all basic shit. So I got to do what other niggas scared to do. What? Be myself. Because niggas ain't being themselves. You feel me? They want to do everything else and be everybody else. The new black man. What y'all think? And most of them hate women. Most of them hate women. It just is what it is. A lot of men hate women. And you might have not never did nothing gay in your life, but if you hate women, that's a gay mentality. Because you might be just mad that you can't do what she do outright. That's what a lot of this is about. So, the new man, the new black man. Get used to it, y'all. That's it. Some of us are some of the last. He's scared they're going to stay in the put it. That's right. Slave mentality. Back broke. Look, buck broke, nuts removed, broke, docile. Man has been broken. Why you think you see so many men cry? I don't care if it's for a stunt. I don't care what it's for. How many times you see niggas cry? Men crying. It was a time when a man hid his tears. Ain't nothing proud about a man crying. What's proud about that shit? Who you try to get a pat on the back from when you with a black man crying? Or when a man cry, period. Who you want to who you try to get a hug from? See that? No. A man crying represents a man being weak. When you're dealing with imagery, not saying that a man is weak because he's crying. That's not what I'm saying. When a man cries on a public stage, it represents he is weak. Because they're going to say, oh. So is that what you want? Oh. It ain't going to make you more masculine. It makes you more feminine. It makes you more bitchified. When you're in a household and it's time for war and you're the leader of your house, you start crying, you're going to scare the fuck out your child. Your son going to be scared. Your daughter going to be scared. Wife going to be scared. What's going on, baby? What you crying? Oh, I'm scared. What? You supposed to be the fucking leader. What you doing crying, nigga? That's what I mean. Imagery. That's why a man's supposed to cry. Because you send around messages to people that look up to you. You remove the structure of strength. Because you don't know about warfare and protecting what you love. And that's why I told you, most of these niggas on the internet, why you think they have exploited their family? Because they don't protect their family. They here to pimp their family and exploit them. These are the same niggas that be crying. A nigga that will cry online is the same nigga that has set his family up for failure. Because he's not a man. That niggas got the game all the way fucked up. But that's just my opinion. Don't get mad at me. Matter of fact, pay me no mind. I'm just ranting right now. Tyrese crying. In order to stay in power, you gotta cry. Or you gotta put on a dress. You gotta do something. Like niggas be trying to play them games. The only way to show feminization ain't to put on a dress. Crying shows feminine. Crying is just like putting on a dress. Don't get it twisted. It's the same thing. When you're dealing with imagery, the same thing. Stop playing, man. You got niggas talking about they never been through the door, but they still be doing suspect behavior. And everything they do is just outside the door. That's it. But they're on the same type of time. And I'm not talking, I'm just speaking in general. I'm actually tired of this shit. To be honest with you, the shit is boring, it's whack, it's lame, it's corny. All right? But I got to talk about it because this was going on. When I look at the news and I can't really pull out those stories just for entertainment purposes and all I see is clown shit, I got to talk about the clown shit. And within the clown shit, I got to make sense of it and get some type of information out the clown shit so we get living examples that what? This is the new black man now, whether you like it or not. You heard that saying? Last of a dying breed. Well, the black man is dying. His masculinity is dying. That's it. Cry Reese. That's right. What's up, Shayna? Cry Reese. That's right. All of them be crying. And the thing is, it ain't just that they cry. They actually cry more than women. Let's be real. All right, let's use some common sense again. In the past couple years, who have you seen crying more on social media and on TV, men or women? Who been crying more? So you got to do it. Ask a simple question. Who have you, the past couple years, who have you seen cry more, men or women? That's all I'm asking. Yeah, I know I'm telling the truth. You have never seen as many black men cry in your life. What they said, you keep crying, nigga, what the kids gonna do? What's she gonna do? You always cry, nigga. Come on, man. Stop it. Anyway, man, I'm about to get out of here. I'm beating a dead horse. She said, I'm one of those women that would get mad at my man for punking out. That's right, Ty. You know what's up. That's what it is, too. So women too aggressive. Men don't like that shit. They can't handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't like being checked. They don't understand that woman can make you tougher, nigga. If you just listen to it, nigga, you might be a little more tougher. But you always want to compete with the woman, so you in competition with your girl, nigga. That's your problem. You in competition. And now some of y'all in so much competition, you try to see if you can do the same exact thing she do. Yeah, that's what you niggas be doing. See, before, women was trying to prove they more masculine than a man. It was trying to take men jobs and men position. Now reverse. Now men are trying to outdo women. That's why they look like they're on the couch being two women, because Charlamagne want to be the next Oprah. See? Man, that's enough of that. This shit whack. Salute to y'all, man. And this is not about the rainbow community. Y'all do what y'all want with y'all life. Who cares? Who cares? But what needs to happen is some of these men need to go sign and join up and stop trying to play both ways, because you ain't solid like that. You a swinger. You a pendulum. You don't know, you everywhere but where you supposed to be at. That's why niggas always gotta have excuses and lie and make all this shit up. Because them niggas is exposed. They exposed. Shit. And now we dealing with the last agenda. Now, mind you, they said the last agenda is this right here anyway. The last agenda is this, where they try to make this normal. They say, allegedly, according to these organizations, they're trying to make it with a man and a child is normal. Just like same-sex behavior, they say they try to normalize this behavior right here. And Dwayne Wade knows it. He knows. He's pushing it. I want to fuck Dwayne Wade up. I don't like that, man. I don't like his ass. Because he know he wrong for that shit. That's why he had to turn. If he was so proud of it, he wouldn't have to turn off the comments on Instagram for his daughter, his son, whatever. He's pushing this person to do this. It ain't no support. He promoting that shit. But the apple don't fall far from the tree. You think it's a coincidence? Teenager acting grown. Nails on. Try to be grown. Pedophile behavior. And they making it normal. But anybody that's subscribed, that's grown, subscribe to this child page, should be arrested and locked up. But for some reason, you probably could be grown and be on that Instagram page, you ain't gonna get in no trouble. See that? This person got, what they say, 6-figure plus followers? You think most of them followers are kids? You sadly mistaken. Man, this shit's sad, man. The fall of the black man right in your face, nigga. No kahunas at all. All right? So the rest of you dudes, you hold on to what you got left. Hold on to what you got, hold on. But the things you hold on to, that shit don't make you a man anyway. It is what it is. All right? So I'm done, y'all. Who else here? I'm reading the comments and I'm gone. I'm still reading. I don't understand why he always got his child around a bunch of grown folks and all the child's business on the internet. Exactly. That's my whole point. You know what I'm saying? What people doing in our household, that's on them. But dog, you know the world we living in. You know it's a lot of sickos out here. You know it's a lot of weirdos. Why are you constantly pushing your son to the front, your child to the front? For all of these grown-ups to critique, criticize, lust over, whatever. Why do you keep doing this shit? Because you're trying to groom the rest of the dads to co-sign it and accept it. You want this to be accepted all over the world. But this is another thing you got to peep. Even though it ain't about race, it just so happened it got to be the black man exploiting his family. He's the poster child. Why is the black person always the poster child for what everybody else do? He ain't the only one doing this shit, but he's the main one on the front line. You'll see every situation, it's always a nigga on the front line. Whatever they want to push, you push a nigga. You put the nigga on the front line, pay him, and let him do it. And then our kids don't got to deal with all that extra shit. Man, this shit like clockwork. He don't even care about his legacy being carried on by his other son. Nope. Say he'll show his other kid no love like that. That's what they say. That's what I said. He ain't even balanced. He ain't sure. He picking and choosing. See? He making it like that's his favorite child. It's another thing he doing. When he be on TV, he make the nigga Dwayne Wade always make sure he paint his fingernail when he on TV. He another one. Yeah, that boy got a lace front. Man, this shit's sad, man. The shit is really sick. It's sick, it's sad. Because I look at it like this. We know for a fact, allegedly, right? This man and Gabrielle Union had to be brainwashing this child for a little boy. This little boy don't know nothing about no damn sex. You get what I'm saying? They was claiming back then. He was classified back then. This years ago. This is a couple years ago. This is how fast they grow up. This is a couple years ago. But since a couple of years ago, they've been shaping, molding, pushing, promoting. A couple of years ago, went to this we see today. So we know they've been grooming them. They've been promoting it. Because before the child even knew about going on a date, when that child was this young, his mind should not been nowhere on sex, period. And what I mean by that is gender. But the daddy is the culprit in all of this. It's the daddy. That nigga. Yes, he's a nigga. Salute everybody that's here. Salute Lil Mario. All right, y'all. I think we done for the day. Hold on, what Rondell said. Remember, he also had a secret baby on Gabrielle Union too. Exactly. He represents the fuck nigga. That's the fuck. The new black man is the new fuck nigga. This is what it is. It's what it is. Hey, I'm gonna say it again. It ain't my opinion. It's the world opinion. I'm just not trying to be put in that category. All right, but that's what it is. That's why half of us at war right now. We beefing because we know it's a group of real individuals and there's some fake dude. I told you, it's a war going on, and the people watching get confused. They still don't know who the real man is. But there's some of them embrace this behavior right here too. It is women that embrace men like this. Let's be clear. They like men. They love men like this. Some women love a man that has these type of tendencies. Yes, they do. Some women get turned on by men that get stuff stuck up their ass. For some women, that's a turn on. And definitely some of you dudes, that's a turn on. I'm supposed to be worried about the... Man, do I got to talk graphic? I know it's kids be listening. I don't want to go graphic. But I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm supposed to be focused on what's between her legs, but I get with her, and I'm more focused on her doing other things. That's the problem. They got away from the beautiful sensation. They got away from the real energy. They worried about everything else. That was why the whole trick of the white man or the man get you attracted to booty and ass. Because you forgot what's between the legs, nigga. You just look at ass. All these butt games and butt buddies. But you forgot about the walls of heaven. You know what I'm saying? Y'all forgot about that. That's why a lot of y'all don't want that. It is what it is, man. I'm done. Before I say something I ain't supposed to say. All right, I'm about to get out of here. Keeping it real will help the children in some aspect. That's my point, Jug Rich. All of this is for the kids, the children, man. That's it. That's it. I want them to hear and know what's right from wrong. Now, what choice you make, that's on you. But you ain't never going to be able to say you didn't know. You wasn't told. We had that excuse. Not no more. Yeah, making up words like that. Come on, man. These dudes done got so far away from reality, they have no clue. They have no clue. I told you these dudes are weird. They weird. They fucking weird. That's right. Keep the weird niggas away from me. Hershey Highways, that's right. They love that shit. They love it. So, like I said, every time a nigga get exposed as gay, shit, some people getting turned on. You feel me? Yeah. You got a lot of it's a lot of down low behavior going on at an all-time high. I say that. I definitely say that. This is why men are so infatuated with watching other men all day, every day. That's what they do. That's why I said, women, you don't get no support like that. But niggas support niggas all day, every day. That's just how the shit go. And when they try to support a woman, the shit look fake, don't it? They be corny as hell because you can tell they just doing this shit just to do it. They ain't got no love for no damn woman like that. This is what it is. Straight up, man. What's up, Chris Miller? That's it, man. Let me get out. I was reading y'all comments, man. That's it. But salute to everybody that tolerate me talking that shit. Everybody that's still here. Other than that, man, we done, man. Monday in the books. Episode 278. The message of the day is your people was warriors. Your people didn't bow down like that. Your people stood up and fought for what's right. They ain't take no shit. Today is something new. A man that'll take everything from everybody. He even to take it up his backside. That's the new black man. All right? So if you got a problem with it, it is what it is. It ain't my opinion. That's the world opinion. All right? All we can do is try to change that shit. But as we sit right now, that is the narrative. All right? So without further ado, I'm about to get out of here. We chopped it up. We broke it down. I went on enough, and I'm gone. One.